Alright guys, welcome back to another Warframe video. So the last video ended up being quite long because I was doing quite a lot of things at once, and there were a few things that I just kind of caught at the end there that really pushed the length out, but it was all good stuff that I needed to get done. So we're going to start today by checking our foundry and seeing if that Archwing launcher segment is done. Yes, it is. We still have a little time on the aspects that we need, so we'll skip that for now. Blueprints sold. Okay, and I remember kind of at the end while we were over at Cetus doing some fishing because we needed fish oil to build that part that I caught that I was going to need some more Iradite for something that I was looking towards. I don't remember exactly what it was. So I'm just going to start the day by heading over to Cetus. No, we can go to the plains. We can just go straight into the plains. Actually, I want to... Yep, I am solo. Great. Plains of Eidolon. And then we're going to head to some caves to hopefully grab a decent chunk of Iradite and restock on some, because we had to use quite a bit in some stuff that we were building. So let's see. Caves look like that. Let's just start by tagging that behind me over that way. All right. Oh, you know what? Let's see. Can I actually use my Archwing now? Or do I have to have the launcher that's K-drive? I think I might need to open up the wheel. I don't think from here I can actually do what I was hoping to do, so I may just need to run back in the door. Yeah, let me run back in the door real quick. I'm gonna see if I can equip the launcher into my loadout. And then hopefully we can fly around and make this go a bit quicker. Credits for doing absolutely nothing. Alright. Equipment. Arsenal. Gear. We want to add one more. It is the Archwing launcher. Now, why don't I have it? How do I actually launch the Archwing? I figured it would be here. I don't think the K-drive launcher is what I was looking for. Maybe I'm mistaken. Let's just run back out the door again, guys. Look, if I figure this out now, great. If I don't, not the end of the world. But let's just see if... Nope. See, that's what I thought it was gonna... It's making us hit the wall there. I need to look at the map again, because there was a cave I had marked. It's just a question of what I have to go around to get there. Oh. There's a little Iradite I'll take from right there. Oh yes, you're very scary. Waypoint, so the cave is down. I think I can just break that and then get in there. Yep, okay. Is that all that's in this one? This might just be a very short, small cave. Yeah, I kind of sort of remember having to do something with that cave in the very, early stages of coming over here. It might have been one of the first quests that I did for, oh gosh, what's his name? The old man in Cetus, where you pick up the majority of the bounties in the beginning. So let me just mark a different cave. This one right next to this fast travel point, so we'll head over to that one. That's actually the cave that I believe is the one that has a bunch of Iradite right when you drop in anyway. There's the door. We'll take the elevator because we'll have to take it back up. Unless we just do a quick leave, but I think I need to get it up to about 30, and I think I have about 20, give or take. So we're just going to poke around, take our time real quick. What is that? Missile pod, not what I need. But there should be some Iradite in here anyway. Just drop him real quick. Okay. Yep, that drops out of the map. Kind of sort of remember that, but I feel like sometimes there's some nodes. Yep, here should be some. 3. 3 more. That just refills ammo. Don't really need that. That Eximus is just flexing now. I don't actually remember there being any more nodes back this way, and I'm pretty sure this is the end of the cave, so to speak. But let's just look. Yeah, there's usually some Grokdol up here. Missile pod, Grokdol. Yeah, that's the end of this one. Oh, wait. Is that a node? Perfect. Alright, so we managed to get, give or take, about 12 out of this cave. None down there? Nope, that'll drop me into the ether. Okay, that's fine. What's the way back out? It's this way. So we're just going to head back up to the surface. And we'll hop in one more cave. With any luck, it'll also have a little bit of Iradite. Yeah, I remember this cave, but I don't remember what all resources are in it. So we're just going to poke around, take a quick minute. I remember there being some antechambers around some of the sides. Bunch of bridges, yeah. Maybe there was some stuff, but somebody's recently cleared it out in this session. Nope, there's one. So that's 3 more. You know, every bit counts. 3 more. Guess I'll just keep pushing down around this way. feel like there's sometimes chests down in these, so maybe somebody recently cleared it out. Is why there's basically nothing in any of this right now. Might be taking us back to the main center. Yeah. I don't think there's anything out in the open over in these areas. Nope. And the way back up is definitely up this bridge. So we'll head out. Whatever. We got another 3, 6, 9, 12. I don't know. We found a few nodes. Not a ton, but every bit helps. So we'll just head back up to the surface. I don't recall if there are any other caves, but we will just do a quick, here, take him down. Just look one more time. There's one over there. So let's mark that one. We'll fast travel there. We'll check this fourth and final cave. And that's probably more than enough for... I don't recall the exact purpose. I feel like it might have been related to some new frames that I could potentially craft in the very near future that required Iradite. That might have been what it was. I honestly don't remember, guys. I've got so many things coming and going. Little Grok doll. A little more Grok doll. Oh, yeah. A little more Grok doll. Rampart. Can we go back this way? Does this lead further? That feels like we probably shouldn't step in it, right? Because it's water? Oh no, I guess it doesn't matter. But that's the end of the cave anyway. I don't see that this continues. Nope, that's it. So that's the Grokdol cave. So the two that I recalled were the primary Iridites, and the others are just for some other ancillary stuff that you can pick up. I know there's a bunch of other stuff, but I was just coming here. I don't want to get sidetracked. We're going to head back to the orbiter. We kept the Iradite we farmed. I do have to swap the batteries in my controller real quick, and then we're going to be off to the races. Okay, so that's our quick Iradite farm. Now, obviously, having fun with Dagoth here. Twin Gremlins are nearly up. Doorclave is already maxed. Penta is maxed. But that means that it's time to swap over to another one of these new frames. Mag, I actually intended to do before Dagoth. I just kind of forgot since I had that deal, so I grabbed Dagoth. So we're going to jump over to Mag today. And... multiple people mentioned in the comments, hey, you know how you were claiming how it's annoying you can't see their passive from there? Well, it looks like underneath all the appearance and upgrade and equipment spots, there was one more tab I had not paid attention to, right trigger for abilities, and then, of course, you can see their passive. Nearby items gravitate toward Mag for easy collection. Wow, that's pretty cool. Pull. Stun as you manifest a magnetic vortex. Stun enemies placed directly in front of her. Okay. Nice. And then there's also this other section here. Versatility creates a will. Yep. This tips. Cast Polarize to strip enemy armor and shields before casting Crush. So 3/4. Cast Pull to draw enemies away from allies that are at risk of being downed. Okay, so that's if you're playing with a group. Cast Magnetized on high priority enemy units. Keep them at bay. Inflict continuous damage. Okay. Magnetized targets take increased damage from Pull and Polarize. So you can go 2 2, 3, 4 in that order, because if you're going to pull 4, they want you to pull 3. So 2, 3, 4, or you could go straight 3, 1 as well. Projectile weapons punch through inside magnetized bubbles, circling through enemies. Okay, so punch through is one we might want to be looking for on our weapons. Multiple magnetized bubbles placed on different enemies at once. Okay. Okay. Oh, interesting. Wow. That's a pretty nice sounding kit there, guys. Really nice. Okay. So let's see. What new main can we possibly pop on? We've got this Karak. That's the last one that I haven't used. Solid, dependable, deadly. Standard issue in Grenier. So this is just kind of like a standard automatic rifle. All right. Twin Gremlins, I'm going to have some upgrade points in there. Okay, so I'm going to just take a quick minute to figure out what I want to throw on here. Dark Sword, I never did quite finish up. That might be the last one that I have as well. Yeah, other than the Lecta, we could also pull out, or the bow. Or this Prismascana. That could be pretty fun. What I think I'm going to do is use the Dark Sword for now, since that's nearly ranked up as well. And then we can look at a swap once those are done. Behind Twin Gremlins, we will go maybe, what is Epitaph? I know that's a Sevagoth weapon, but what is it? Wrist-mounted sidearm. Okay, yeah, that sounds interesting. But it's probably going to end up being the Lotto. Since that's the other last one, we'll save this for when we play around with Sevagoth. Which I'll need some parts. Heck, they might have been one. They might have been one as well that I needed Iradite for. So we'll swap to Lotto once the Twin Gremlins are up. So for the here and now, we're going to swap this back over to Twin Gremlins. The Dark Sword, I'm going to reset the mods on all of this. So first I'm going to do my appearance changes, and then we're going to pop in and start checking out our mod situation here. So I'll do a quick cut, and we will be right back. All right, guys, so I took a minute, and I did a quick little customization change. So this is what we're rolling. I'm not going to mess with the sword because it's about to get tossed, even though I did do the Twin Gremlins. So first, let's just jump in. Let's take a quick peek. Upgrades. Looks like they are focused on shield more than anything else. So let's see what we can do to get some shields on here first. I know there's one that is a shield focus. Shield capacity. Redirection. That is the wrong polarity. So let's start by sorting these by this. Steel charge, I mean, it's going to throw us points back in, so let's just get that on. So from there, we've got 2 with that polarity, so let's just toggle over here. Ability, duration, energy spent is converted into shields. That is going to be key since this is a nice shieldy build. Let's see. That's a Aura mod. We're not going to go for that. Equilibrium is always great. So let's get that in there. And that barely uses points. That's already 2 big ones that are going to be key on there. Mobile, yeah. So what we are looking for is shields. Streamline is also going to be important. Ability efficiency. I mean, that's only going to take 9. That'll still leave us with 9. So let's put that on. What is her sprint speed? 1 a base 1. Okay. Ability range is also probably going to be important on this. But let's just go back to all, because I don't remember what the polarity is on my shield boosting. It's redirection, right? Capacity, that's going to take 10. That's going to be key. So I might want to take that equilibrium off. No, what we could do on this instead, why don't we just use a non-maxed redirection? Pop that on. We've got how many of these? Just the one of each? What happens if I take that off? No, I have 57 of these. So this is not going to cost that much to give some bumps. So let's just take this. Already up over 5,000 Indo from running bounties yesterday. We'll bump that up to a... How many points did I have? We'll apply that fusion. We'll go back and double check it. How many do we have left in the tap? Is it 3? Yes. Okay. That gets us up to 662. What else do we have here? I guess I could just bump that a few more. That's going to be a key one, obviously, getting their shields up. So yeah, let's do that. Let's just bump this 3 more. 1, 2, 3. That'll cost... Actually, let's just bump it 2. Because we already have one that's upgraded just a couple points beyond that. So let's not burn through all of our Indo, but this is going to be our base starting point. So we've got our melee damage, we got ability efficiency, we've got ability duration, plus converting back into shields, equilibrium, so we can keep pumping back into health and energy back and forth, plus greater shield capacity. So that's a pretty big bump. I think that's a good start for where we want to go with this frame. Obviously, there's some other key ones in here, which we will also get on down the line. But that's going to be the start on the frame itself. For the Karak, let's jump in here. Low impact, low puncture, low slash. This is an automatic, so let's grab our Serration first. Pop that down here. That's not maxed yet. I really should bump that. I know it's going to be expensive. Let's just see how expensive we're talking. 1280 to go up to 120. 3080. I think I am going to spend the 1280. Yeah, I'm okay with that. Apply the fusion. It's fine. Okay, yep. We needed that. That gets us up to 120. Eventually, I do need to get this mod maxed. There's no question about it. I need to have one that is completely maxed on Serration for the primaries. That leaves us with 12. That already boosts puncture, slash, and impact. I feel like there was one called Breakthrough that they said. I don't know if I own that one or not. Doesn't look like. It's crit. This is only a 9%, so this is not a crit-based weapon. So I think for this, it's probably going to be more related to what kind of other mod we throw on here. Bleed DOT if we go with slash. I don't know. What would that give? Sawtooth is for slash. It's not a big bump. That's puncture. I don't think that's the same thing as breakthrough. But let's just see where we may want to start. You know what? I'm going to take that off. I would rather have, let's see, the ammo max pickup. The mag is okay. The reload's not that bad. With a quick firing weapon like this, I kind of would like to have a slightly bigger drum on it. Mag capacity, yeah. Magazine warp. Have I never upgraded one of those magazine warps? That seems impossible to me. That's okay. We're going to do it right now. We're going to put that on. We're going to upgrade this. For each point, we get just plus 5%. Let's go 2 more. That leaves us with 4, and that puts our mag up to 38. So we gained, nearly 30%, just under. Leaves us with 4 points left. That's not going to be enough left for any just kind of base other possible status effect. So I think we're going to leave that there as our starting point for right now. I guess I could throw Sawtooth back on, but kind of would like to rather have one of these modifiers first. I could always swap it out, I suppose. On ability cast has chance. Yep, that's not going to apply yet. We've already got our max serration. We don't really need that. Don't really need that. So yeah, let's just start with this. Where's the slash? Is that Sawtooth? Yeah, we're going to stick that on for now. As soon as we get a couple points, we're going to pull that off. And then we're going to put on, either infected or cold or heat or, dealer's choice of those. But that's where we're going to start with the Carrick for today. Twin Gremlins. This was, gosh, it got so many ranks before I even came back to look at it. So our Hornet Strike isn't quite maxed on this either. Eventually I'm going to need to do it, but let's just look. I'm sure that it's probably outrageously expensive for that next bump. But yeah, I don't even have the endo for it. Eventually, we're going to have to do that. We're going to need some of these key mods already fully maxed. Hornet Strike, a couple of the other ones that you use on almost all builds. But we do still have 22 points left in the tank. So this has the same impact, puncture, and slash kind of built into it. The magazine is big enough. It doesn't fire that fast anyway. It's got a very quick reload. Plenty, honestly, for what this weapon is, max ammo and ammo pickup. So I'm not going to worry about reload speed or ammo or any of that. But what is going to make sense, of course, is going to be something like heated charge or convulsion. I think for me, why don't I see about pestilence? Do I not have... I'm looking for cold. I am sure that I've got cold on here somewhere, right? Interesting. Okay, so I guess then let's just throw pestilence on. That's going to throw a nice bump into it anyway. That bumps the status chance because of that plus 60 as well. So we've got a little toxin, and we've got our Hornet Strike. That leaves us with 15 points left in here. So if we stack a little slash for bleed on top, I think that becomes multiplicative, if I remember that somebody was explaining how these actually kind of work in tandem. So, yep, we could go razor shot for slash on the pistol. Let's throw that on. And then we have some points, so let's just bump this a few. Razor shot. I don't think I have this on very many, if any at all, of my current builds. Let's just max that. Plus 90 for 620. That's a good deal for what it's going to do to the numbers, I'm sure. Yeah, that's significant. And that still leaves us 8 in the tank. Reload, I mean, it's fast enough. We really don't need it. Converts primary ammo pickups to 8% of ammo pickup. I mean, you know, the other one's probably going to be feeding out of, running out of ammo pretty quickly as well anyway. But let's just look what else. Sure shot status chance. I mean, that's not going to hurt. That's just going to increase the percentage. So we put that on. That goes up 2.3. That's not bad at all. Status chance when aiming for 2 seconds. This doesn't have a blast radius. That is the fire rate. I could speed it up, but then it would just rip through ammo a bit quicker. We could throw a little status duration on there as well. And that's probably okay for now. Or I could go, actually, no, you know what? That's dumb. Let me do this. I would rather use points on this. Yeah, what you get back out of that for putting the points in there is a way better deal. So we'll say yes, and that should use up the full point pool. Leaves 1 over. Yeah, that's a huge bump. 37.5. Okay, so that's where we're going to land on the Twin Gremlins build for now. I mean, kind of whatever. It is what it is. I was going to take the time to do it anyway, so I don't want to say it's a waste since I'm about to swap it out to the Lotto once that's up. But we're about to do the same thing with the Dark Sword as well. So we've got our fast cutting attack with puncture on there. I wanted that. This already has some slash built into it. Melee damage, of course. Pressure point, that is key. True Steel, that's for crits. Is this a crit? Nope. For heavies? Nah. This is not a crit-based weapon, so that is just wasting points. We could leave gas plus radiation. I guess we've already got some toxin built into the weaponry. Fury, since I pulled that off, I could actually just speed this up with a better Fury. Let's take that off of there. That leaves 9. Fever, yeah, we've got a base. Sundering, that's for puncture. You know, I wonder. Nope, that's for crit. Nope. Just going to look through a couple other ones here. I know what I'm looking for. I just don't remember the name of it. It's if I want to take off Sundering and put on a bit more towards the slash. I may come back to Sundering, but let's just look and see if... when that deals damage. Okay. But that's too many points. As is that. So what I have here, it's either going to be one or the other. I guess I could take... if I take that off, what does that do to the total number outlay? It drops a little bit, but not significant. So why don't we consider that? See what that does to slash. Yeah, that bumps it a decent bit. Yeah, that's way better numbers overall anyway. And this is not one. This is one of the newer ones I've picked up. So let's go ahead and throw some points in there. We have 4 in the tank. Pop that. Up for 150. We will fuse that, and then let's scroll back and look what it does to the numbers. Significant. Look at that. Up to 60%. That is fantastic. That is looking really, really nice. So that uses the full pool of our points there on this one, and it's only 1 point away from maxed as well. So this is going to be our starting setup for Mag Guys. Sorry, I know that kind of took a little bit of time to go through, but on the heels of my mod deep dive, I did effectively prove to myself that it's worth just taking the time to get it right out of the gate. And then hopefully you can remember as you're doing on brand new stuff what it was you wanted to do next. So for my purposes today, we know we're still going after Zaku, and we're still going after parts.
I'm having so much fun with you, little meat. Ooh, what shall we play next?
Parts for the Necromech. We're going to be starting by doing some runs over here. I'm not going to do a ton over here, guys, because every time I play for the however X long it takes me to do, I'm sure you don't need to see me running these bounties over and over and over, but that's where I'm going to be starting. Yeah, we're not going to do that quite yet. I rather forgot this was a brand new frame. We need to get some ranks on this thing first a little bit. So let's just pop into... You know what? We'll do it this way. We'll just pop into a Sanctuary Onslaught from the Syndicate tab, which I think is that one. Yep. Jump into the base one, and then we will get in and start trying to do some work here. Oh.
This experiment is to dispatch as many specimens.
I need to abort that. I do need to pull this into a group. I'm on solo from when I was fishing.
Your habitation segment is complete, and the new room is ready. Orders cannot contain his excitement. Will you go there now, operator? Will you?
Sure, Ordis. I actually did hear you, even though having you way quieter makes you far less annoying. They're telling me my habitation segment. Oh, what is this telling me? Archwing launcher segment installed. Oh! Oh! So it looked like I had to interact. So maybe does that now mean that I can actually load that into my gear? Let's pop back into the arsenal one more time. Gear. It still doesn't say Archwing launcher. I don't know where in the world I equipped that, guys. It's not going to be... I mean... I don't understand where this goes that I can actually pull it out. Maybe you just have it. If you have it actually built, then it's intrinsically on your person, like fishing. I don't know. But he did mention my habitation segment. I'm assuming that's here? Yes. Yes, it is.
What do you think? Not too shabby, yes? Ordis hopes the operator enjoys this new room.
Huh. Cool. I don't have any of those done, but that's pretty cool. What is this? What in the world have I just done? I have no clue where I am, guys, or what I'm doing, so let's just... see what's here.
Do something. Get me out of here.
Margulis. Okay. Is this like a memory? We're going through a memory, I guess? Don't get squished by the ball.
You know I can't.
Can't or won't.
Is it telling me to go up?
I told you not to speak out.
If you recant, maybe...
You lied to me, Ballas. You're no different than the rest of them.
Margulis, please forgive me.
This is interesting.
Honored Seven, we have gathered here today to carry out the sentencing of Archimedian Margulis. You face the Jade Light. Recant, and we will grant a merciful death.
My daughters, my sons, I want you to know my last thoughts are of you. How long have we waited for this moment?
What's up, Lotus?
Forgive me.
For what? I am not who you think I am.
But of course you are. Imprisoned, just as she was.
Ballas.
I will not abandon you again, Margulis.
Are they going to show her face without the helmet? I guess not. Okay. Okay. Oh! That counted as interesting. Inspect your personal quarters upon finishing the Chains of Harrow. I have done that. Rewards the sacrifice. So that's probably another
You
new
have
mission.
quests in your codex.
Yep.
Operator, what is happening? Is the Lotus... is she gone? Ordis will attempt to synthesize her mission directives until we can figure out where she is.
Lotus can't be gone. That would be bad news. So, yeah, interesting. I wonder if I can pick up these items that I originally just set on the floor over here and put them into my personal quarters. All right, yeah, little bauble collection. This could be realigned. I'll probably tighten this stuff up over time. Be really precise with it, but not a bad start. So, now I did pop it back onto public. We're going to pop over to Sanctuary Onslaught. Syndicate. Yes. Yes. We're going to load in, and we're going to get kind of our first impression of Mag here. Get some quick levels. We'll obviously have, I presume, our secondary, our sidearm, and our melee maxed after doing this one time.
will counter.
Oh, yeah. Okay, now we've got our magnetize. Let's see what this does in action. Throws him in a bubble. All right. And this is one we can throw out so long as we have the energy, and otherwise it will pop.
Transference, still holding.
We've got our polarize. And this is what they say to use before you proc and use 4. Whoops. Didn't know you could drop down into the pit from there. Okay, and we've already got 4 up, so they told us to go 2, 3, 4 if we're going to pull 4. So let's... Whoops. I guess everybody's going to kill everything first before I can even see what this does. Yeah, Mag's kit does seem quite strong. No question about it.
Enter the conduit now.
Okay. Yeah, this is a strong kit, guys. I was and I still am immediately impressed with Mag. I know several people in my comments mentioned that, you know, it's one of their go-to frames, and at least one or two people mentioned that they main Mag. I can see why it's very strong. Mission complete. Great.
But I need more.
Couple relics out of there.
When you are ready to subject
Yep, Dark Sword's done. Twin Gremlins is done. Mag is already up to 22, and Karek's already up to 28. That is just crazy fast, guys. That is crazy fast. Okay. So we'll back out of that. That more than sufficiently takes care of what we set out to do. And we have a new mastery rank test. I'm not surprised since we just banged out quite a lot of weapons in the last couple recording sessions. So Twin Gremlins is going to turn into Lotto. Dark Sword is going to turn into Prismascana. So I'm going to take a quick minute to customize these. We'll pop into the mods, and then we're going to head back over to Deimos. Of course, we'll do the mastery rank test before we head over there. I didn't forget that. But quick cut, and we'll be back. All right, guys, we got our color scheme all set for the Lotto and the Prismascana. So let's start with our melee. Let's see what this is about. It does have a good bit of slash already built in. This also looks like it is definitely geared for crit. So let's get our Iron Phoenix in first. Yes, I know it's not the right polarity. Isn't actually going to matter. Let me see. Let me scroll here. Is that the only stance mod? Just the Iron Phoenix? Yep. Okay. For swords. All right, then. Let's back out of that. Whoops. Looks like there's no chance to lower any cost with matched polarities outside of the stance, which didn't match. So, I mean, there's no reason to not throw this on out of the gate. It's going to give us a big bump because it's already had a good chunk of slash. So even with just that on, we know it's set up pretty well there. For where we're headed, I think probably Toxin could make some sense. But Molten Impact could also potentially make some sense. We could throw even more into slash for more dot. Let's just see what that does to the damage outlay. Yeah, that's one that we're going to want to do down the line. Not right now. But what I do want to do is get something that is focused on Gladiator Might. Is that right? Crit? Yep. It's a 9-pointer. That's going to eat a fair chunk. But that puts the multiplier up 1.3. What about our crit chance? I forget the name of the one that does that. That's crit damage. We really probably should have started with pressure point. Yeah, I kind of need to redo this. We have to start there. That's going to give us the most bang for the buck out of the gate. That's right. Then we can focus with that 1.3 modifier. Organ shatter. That's damage. I know there's something in here that I have that will add crit chance. True Steel. That's it. That's a 5, so we can't quite do that. And the base is a 4. We can't quite do that. That's okay. We're sitting in a decent starting point. What is the speed on this weapon? It's a 1. So getting a Furion would also be nice just to speed it up a bit. But this is not a bad place to start. We have a pretty clear picture of where we want to go with our points. It is clearly geared for getting some nice crit, so we're going to drill into crit. And it already had some base slash in there, so we're going to try to stack some more onto that as well. But that's going to be our starting point on the sword. Let's pop over to the Lotto. 9 out of 9. Very low crit. Low on everything else. So let's just grab our Hornet Strike out of the gate. Ooh, I can't take my maxed. Okay, so we'll put a base on. How many of these do I have? 6? All right. Let's just throw a couple points into a not quite maxed up one yet, because we're going to run into this same issue a few times. Let's spend 300. We'll get it up to 8. And yeah, I mean, that already basically doubled nearly everything across the board. Nearly. So that leaves us with 1 point, so we can do nothing else there, but just getting it hitting a little harder, that's the most important thing. So that is our new gear setup, guys. And we are going to leave everything else as is, but that is going to settle that. So let's head back up to the nav, and we will jump into this mastery rank test. I think it might be test 10. Yes. Let's just pop in and we'll see how this goes.
Careful, Tenno. The beneath you is crumbling. Can you defeat these enemies before you have nowhere left to stand?
Probably. Oh, helps if I actually make the jump in the first place. So wait, can I not? Am I supposed to jump to the middle? Am I supposed to jump up here? Yes. Did that finish it? I completed it. Is it going to count?
This test is
Nice.
complete.
Right as the final piece of floor dropped. Okay, so once I figured out you had to jump into the middle and not jump up to where the enemies were standing, that went just fine. Okay. I thought that might be the first test I would have to wait till a new day to do, but that's not the case. In order to keep this, I've had so many like hour-plus videos as of late, I think I am just going to stop here for the day. But we did get Mag up to unlock all their abilities, got to see what they're about. I really like their kit. Very fun. And we've got some other new gear we're working up. We've got everything upgraded as best as we can for the here and now. So when we jump in the next time, we're going to go back and try another one of the Zaku part bounties, and then we're still chasing down Necromech parts as well. So I'm probably just going to do quick, little short with a lot of cuts, just bam, here's my runs, that's what I pulled. Fast forward through some bits that aren't that entertaining before we start zipping down another path. I still have plenty of story and side mission related things to go down as well. But I don't want to let those overshadow the work I'm trying to do, which is primarily trying to get my hands on that Necromech. So it's going to take some grinding, but I'm going to put in the work because that's going to be a key piece of gear. I also need to figure out how in the world I can actually pull out the Archwing when I'm in the open free roam. I know that I've obviously got the part built, but I can't see how in the world I equip it. I just assumed it would be from this gear loadout, but that doesn't appear to be the case because there's nothing in here that says anything about, the Archwing launcher. So I'm at a loss for where I need to go to pull that out unless it just pops up real small on the bottom of the screen, like fishing where you hold left bumper, hit the thing, and then finally I can pull it out that way. I don't know. We'll figure it out. But yeah. Got a lot done today, guys. In terms of my first impression for Mag, this is the second frame in a row I am just really, really impressed with. Very, very nice, useful kit on this frame. Relatively intuitive to use. I'm sure that I could do better with my casting, which I will figure out. Sequences, I'll read through them again and study it again. But it seems extremely useful and quite strong when you're using it right. Get enemies sucked into a pile in the middle, strip them and bub them so that they're taking damage over time. And then if you've still got the energy up, pop that 4 to just collapse them in. It does massive damage when you string them in the right order. Yeah, really fun frame. But guys, that is going to do it for today. As always, I do appreciate you checking in, and we will catch you on the next one.